Hello, good evening. My name is Hanssen Ferdinand. So today I want to explain my task right now. So this assignment is given from Sir Arman. So this is our first accounting task. So this accounting is about Ahmad who start his company. Okay. Before we start our analysis, I want to explain a little bit for this account. So first we get a number. So the number table is just for a number, and then next we have date. So if we have a date table, we should to know. If we have the date, ini adalah tanggal, jadi kita bisa mengetahui transaksi itu terjadi di tanggal berapa. So we can know the transaction when the transaction is happen. And then next we have cash. Of course, this is your cash. Ini adalah harta kalian. And next we have account receivable. This is your piutang. In Indonesia, it means piutang. So account receivable means is people is have a debt, have a credit with you. Jadi piutang adalah akun di mana orang mengutang dengan kita dan kita belum mendapatkan bayarannya, tetapi kita sudah memberikan goods and services kepada mereka. Next kita punya equipment. So equipment is basically your equipment. And then next we have debt. This is your debt. This is your credit. This is your utang. And then equity. This is your company cash. This is your kekayaan perusahaan kalian ya. Nah, next we have balance. So balance is like your all calculation for this account. All these accounts. And then one thing that I want to mention, for cash, account receivable, and equipment, I gave them own colors with orange because this account is a debit, and then these two account, debt and equity, is a credit account. So I give them own colors so we can tell the difference between the debit accounts and the credit accounts. And then after we know what is the table means, so maybe we can start for our analysis. For the number 1, September 1, Ahmad deposit cash into the company as initial capital of $5,000. So what happens in 1 September is Ahmad is give his money for his beginning capital. Jadi ini adalah untuk modal awal dari company dia sebanyak $5,000. So we have to add $5,000 in cash and $5,000 in equity for jadi ini adalah hak company kita ya. Next, number 2, September 3, paid office rent for September amounting to $500. In 3 September we paid office rent. What does that mean? So paid office rent means we use our cash directly. So we use our cash directly for $500. So in 3 September our cash is decreased by $500 and our equity too, of course, for $100. Next, number 3, September 5, equipment in the form of laptops was purchased on debt at a price of $1,000. So in 5 September dollars we purchased our new laptop for $1,000. But why our cash is not decreased? So remember that it says equipment in the form of laptop was purchased on debt. So ini adalah artinya kita membeli laptop baru tapi kita ngutang ya. So if we have a credit, if we have a debt, a new debt, we doesn't use our cash yet, but we already get our laptop. So that means we have our new equipment for $1,000 and then we have our new debt ya. Kita punya utang baru sebanyak $1,000. Next, number 4, September 9, a design service fee was paid to CV Multimedia amounting to $700. So what does that mean? In 9 September, we use a design services from maybe from others. Okay, jadi ada yang membuka jasa desain dan kita menggunakannya, dan the cost is $700. So that means it says like the fee was paid, okay, and then that means is we use our cash directly. So of course we decrease the cash is decreased by $700 and the equity decreased $700. Okay, next, number 5. On September 12, payment was obtained from Andy for consulting services amounting to $6,000. So in 12 September, we have we sells our services, consulting services to Andy. Okay, so the cost for the services is $6,000. So it's getting paid already. Okay, udah dibayar. Jadi of course we get our cash, we get money. So our cash is increased $6,000, and then our equity for $6,000. Next, number 6. On September 13, Ahmad took cash for a family trip of $3,000. So that means we take the company cash for our own withdrawal, for our private use. Okay, ini untuk pemakaian pribadi. Dan kita mengambil $3,000, and of course our cash is decreased by $3,000 and our equity decreased by $3,000 for family trip. Next, number 7. On September 15, Ahmad had provided consultation materials to CV Pertanika, but had not received the payment of $8,000. So what happens in 15 September is we already sold our services, I mean our consultation materials to CV Pertanika, but we doesn't obtain our cash yet. Kita belum mendapatkan uangnya, dan ini adalah yang namanya piutang, di mana orang mengutang dengan kita. Okay, other people have a debt with us. So that means we doesn't earn our cash yet, but we have our piutang, we have accounts receivable for $8,000, and then why the equity is increased by $8,000? Ya, kenapa equity kita? Kenapa hak kekayaan company kita itu bertambah $8,000? Itu karena we already sold it, okay? And ini adalah sudah menjadi hak milik kita, ya. Kekayaan ini sudah menjadi hak milik kita, but we doesn't have received the cash yet, ya. Kita belum mendapatkan uangnya secara langsung. Jadi kita akan menyatatnya di piutang dan di equity kita. Next, number 8. September 19 was paid off by the purchased laptops on debt met on September 5. Okay, in 19 September, remember in 5 September we purchased our new laptop for $1,000, and that is a debt, that is a credit, kita ngutang. Dan pada akhirnya finally in 19 September we already paid it off, our new laptop, for $1,000. So that means we use our cash directly $1,000, and then we doesn't have any debt anymore, okay, because we already paid it off. So kita tidak punya utang lagi, kita sudah membayar utang kita $1,000, jadi kita harus mengurangi utang kita $1,000, dan pastinya kita kehilangan cash kita untuk membayar utang tersebut secara cash atau secara tunai. Next, number 9. September 22 received all payments for consulting service from CV Pertanika on September 15th. Okay, so back again in September 15, when CV Pertanika use our consultation materials, but we doesn't obtain our cash yet. And then in September 22, finally CV Pertanika is paid us for $8,000. So that means our cash is increased $8,000, and then we must to decrease the account receivable. Oke, kita harus menghilangkan piutangnya karena sudah tidak ada lagi orang yang mengutang dengan kita. CV Pertanika sudah membayar piutang mereka ya. Sudah membayar utang mereka. CV Pertanika is already paid their debt with us. Next, number 10, September 29 was paid an internet expense of $1,500. So what happens in 29 September? We paid our internet ya. Kita membayar internet bulanan kita sejumlah $1,500. Jadi of course we paid it with cash $1,500, and then our equity is decreased by $1,500. And then for the last date, number 11, September 30 was paid an employee salary of $2,000. Oke, jadi untuk tanggal 30 we paid an employee salary of $2,000. Okay, we paid, okay, and then that means we paid it with cash for $2,000. So our cash is decreased $2,000, and then our equity is decreased by $2,000. Okay, and then next, for the last step that we must do is we have to calculate all of this debt for the cash, for the account receivable, for the equipment, the calculation for debt, and then the calculation for the equity. So after we're done with all of these calculations, we have to calculate this cash accounts, account receivable, equipment, debt, equity, and then for the last we have our balance. So the indicators that our accounting is right is if this debit accounts, the balance is the same with this credit account. Okay, so I already calculate this accounts, each account. For the cash we have $10,300. For the account receivable, we doesn't have any account receivable because remember the CV Pertanika is already paid their debt with us. And then the equipment, we have $1,000, that is our laptop. And then for the debt, we doesn't have any debt because the laptop we already paid it off. And then the equity is $11,300. And then we have to calculate three of these accounts with these two accounts. And then for the cash is $10,300, and then with $1,000 the result is $11,300. It is the same with debt add with equity. It's the same. Since this accounting is balanced and the answers is right. Okay, so thank you for the attention. I hope my answers is right, and then I hope that I will get better at accounting. And then that is all from me, and thank you very much.